Hi there guys, I'm Dr. Shinklestein, aka Fuzz2Fix World, and in this video we're going to be doing a review and try on of the ID Expert plastic backed super absorbency adult diaper. As usual, our videos are never sponsored by anyone, they never have been and never will be. We don't endorse products, we never have, we never will. We might recommend a product, and that's just based on our reviews and our opinions, and that's whether the product, whether I've bought it and tested and reviewed it on a video here on YouTube, or I've got the product for free through Amazon Vine. Again, we'll do a review and recommendation or not, whether we'd recommend it or not, but that's just based on my opinions. It's not an endorsement. And of course our videos are never edited, so they're posted exactly as they are recorded. So first thing to know about this adult diaper, it is a medical branded one, so it doesn't look very thick, and compared to the ABDL printed adult diapers it's much thinner. But having said that, this is the super absorbency, and it still holds about 3,000 mils. So, and for a medical branded diaper, it's pretty good. With the ABDL printed diapers, they are designed to be worn all day and then changed in overnight. These are designed to be worn 4 times a day. So you wear it, you get washed and dressed in the morning, you put one on and wear it, you change it at lunchtime, which will be the second diaper you're wearing, you change it at tea time for your third diaper, and you change it at bedtime and you wear it overnight while you're asleep. Or you could get away with putting it on, getting washed and dressed and putting it on mid-morning, changing it mid-afternoon for the second one, and then changing it at bedtime for your third. So, but that all depends on how much you've peed in it and if you pooped in it or not. If you haven't pooped in them and you haven't peed too much in them, then you could get away with 3 times a day, but they're mainly to be used 4 times a day. And as usual, if you put them on, when you put them on, you fit it in your groins first, as I always say. And because I'm right-handed, I would fit it in my right groin first, pull the front round, open the tabs up from the blue tab, because it's got a white tab and then a blue tab under it. So you open it from the blue tab and you do it up, pull it round, do it up on the right side, as tight as you can get both tabs, and then you repeat the process on the left side. Do it up, put it in your left groin, pull the front sides of the front round to your left side, and open the tab from the blue tab and do it up, pull it round and do it up from the blue tab as tight as you can, so you get a nice tight snug feel. And then by changing them 4 times a day, they will not leak out. So first of all, feeling it, so they are plastic backed. They feel really like, as you can hear, they feel a bit crinkly like that. They're not as crinkly as the ABDL printed ones. Doesn't feel as thick plastic as the ABDL printed ones, but they're not bad. When you open it up like so, as you will see on the front, it does not have the plastic strip on across the top, across it, like the ABDL printed ones do. So where the ABDL printed ones, you use the tab and you stick it onto the plastic strip. These you don't, they stick directly on the plastic of the diaper, and then when you open it up to change it, you open it from the white tab, leaving the blue tab stuck to the diaper here, so that you don't split the plastic of the diaper, and then the absorbent filling comes out and goes everywhere. Now, as always with a medical branded one, they always put their branding on it, and as you can see, it says ID slip. It's got 7.5 wetness drips there. It's a super size large, it's in green, and it's all the way down and around the back, and it's this side and this side, and you've got a little blue strip here, and you've got a little printed code on them. This one says something like 41537 4M9E. That's I would imagine that's the code when this diaper was made. So obviously they make them in different runs, so different batches, and that's probably the batch code of this one and others. Some of medical brandy ones put a batch code and put a date on it that they were made. I can't see a date on this one that it was made, but it's not essential. Now, yeah, these diapers are slightly different because they don't have plastic backed sides. They have like a fabric breathable side, so it's a bit different. So that's the front, and obviously that's the back with the tabs. Tabs are always at the back and put it round the front, and these are the tabs, as I say. It's got a white bit and it's got a blue bit, so you open it from the blue bit and then you stick the blue bit down to the diaper, and then you open it from the white bit to take it off. There's no landing strip in it like a lot of the ABDL printed ones do have in there, but that's not essential, as I've said before. And it's quite a wide size absorbent filling, that compared to the tenner plastic back ones, this is a little bit thinner. The tenner ones are about that much wider. Yeah, they do, as I say, they feel really nice. You can see there you've got an elasticated waistband for the back. Usually with the ABDL printed ones, the elasticated waistband's right on the top here. This bit's just a little bit further down, but it's quite elasticated. In a way, it feels more elasticated than the ABDL printed ones because they stretch more like this when you do it like this, testing them out. But when you're wearing it, I would say the elasticated waistband on these ones, the medical branded ones like this, are probably the same amount of elasticate. It elasticates the same as the ABDL printed ones. And then of course the front, there's no elasticated waistband at the front here where there is on the ABDL printed ones. And then of course you've got it's like stitching, but it's not. You've got like a zigzag line down here, and then it goes all the way down, and then all the way down this side. And of course the groin area, it goes in the groin, so you can see that's elasticated as well. And it's quite elasticated, so that is what they look like. The next thing to do is to put one on. So I'll just fold this one up a moment because that'll be worn later on. Now the next test is to put one on, see how comfortable it feels, what it looks like, to do the crinkle test. Then we're going to do an extra crinkle test this time that I haven't done with the ABDL printed ones that I'm going to have to start doing. But because I've already got one of these, already wearing one of these adult diapers, we don't need to pause the video. We're just going to turn the camera around, and then I'll stand up. So this is the front of it. As you can see, the tabs stuck nicely. I appear to have stuck the left side tabs a bit lower than the right side tabs, but it doesn't matter, it's still stuck, it's on the plastic. that a little test like that, yeah, it doesn't feel, you don't feel very, doesn't feel very padded or very well protected, but it is. And obviously there's the breathable side when it's done up on one side. That's the breathable side on the other side. And I'll just lift up the back of my ABDL onesie, so Adult Baby Grey, and that is the back. And then we'll do, yeah, again, doesn't feel hugely padded at the back when you're wearing it, but I assure you it is. Compared to the ABDL printed diapers, when you do the pat test like that and you do the pat test on the front, you can tell there is a notable difference. And now we'll do the crinkle noise. As you can probably hear, it crinkles just a little bit, and the crinkle noise is a lot less than the ABDL printed one, so it's a lot less noticeable. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put the ABDL onesie down. I'm just going to go and put some clothes on, the trousers on. So I'll just pause the video for that and I'll be back. Okay then guys, so we are back with the bottom half of the pyjamas on. Now the reason for doing this, we're going to do the pat test and the crinkle test with the pyjama with some trousers on to see if it's noticeable. So yeah, in a way it feels a little bit more padded like that, and then same as the back. Now let's do the crinkle test, and as you can hear, you don't really hear the crinkle noise. Now let's sit back down. Now I could hear the crinkle noise a little bit because I'm wearing them, but they're not noticeable when you're wearing clothes. And a lot of people prefer that because they don't like the crinkle noise of a plastic backed adult diaper. You know, the louder the crinkle noise, the more noticeable it is that you're wearing one. And obviously if you're wearing quite tight fitting trousers or tighter fitting trousers and you're wearing a thick adult diaper, as plastic backed, fabric backed or textile backed that they now do as well, that would be more noticeable. And for me personally, as I've said before, the crinkle noise doesn't bother me. I quite like the noise, so I say the louder the better. I'm not worried if you can hear it through the noise. I'm not worried if you can hear the crinkle noise. If people can hear it, I'm not worried if people can tell if I'm wearing an adult diaper, or they notice me wearing an adult diaper and can see it. It doesn't bother me, but some people it does. So doesn't just necessarily mean these, but medical branded ones might be better for those people. These are the ones I get sent to me by the continence nurses through the NHS here in the UK due to my disabilities, having MS and things like that, and having a neurogenic bladder and a neurogenic bowel, you know, so for medical reasons. So hence why I have to wear them 24/7 for, and hence why I pee and poop in them. But the pee and poop test of these are pretty good. They do hold quite a bit. But as I say, don't wear them for too long. They're designed to be worn 4 times a day, hence why I get supplied 4 a day. And then, because if you pee in them between morning and lunchtime, you might pee a fair bit in them, but they're nowhere near going to leak out. And then you change it at lunchtime, and then if you pee in them again and you pee in them quite a bit again, and you change them at tea time, they're no way going to leak out. And then you change them at tea time, and then you pee in them quite a lot. They will still last till bedtime, and they're not going to leak out, providing you fit them in your groins and you get a nice tight snug fit. And then many people ask me, but what about wearing them during the night when you're asleep? Surely they'll leak out. And as I've said to them, no, they don't. As long as you fit them in, again, you fit them in your groins first. You do them up so you've got a nice tight snug feel, so you get them as tight as you can get them without splitting the diaper or pulling off the tabs, because if you pull it too much they will rip the tabs, so you just got to get the right balance. By doing that, yeah, you don't seem to pee as much during the night when you sleep as you do during the day. I don't know why, but it just seems to, it's like that with everybody. Now there has been times when I estimate that I peed about 1,500-1,600 mils overnight when I've been asleep, but sometimes it's like 700-800, 400-500-300, so it just depends. But people just don't seem to pee as much during the night, so it will last. So for instance, if you put it on at 10 p.m. and you go to bed, and then you're getting washed and dressed at 9 a.m, it will last for those 11 hours. But if you wear it during the daytime and you put it on at 9 a.m, it will not last till 11 hours to 8 p.m. It will not last till tea time. It will leak out because you've peed quite a bit. But again, it depends where you've peed on the diaper. So if you're peeing constantly on this front bit here, of course it's going to leak out eventually. If you pee in the bottom bit here that's underneath you, again, and that's the only place you pee, eventually it will leak out, and then same as the back bit. But if you end up peeing and it's all over it, then it absorbs it more, and it lasts longer. But they are not designed to be worn for 24 hours. They're not designed to be worn all day. They're designed to be worn just for till lunchtime. Designed to put one on of a morning, designed to be worn till lunchtime, then changed at lunchtime, designed to be worn till tea time, and then change it and then change it at bedtime. But if you're someone that really doesn't pee a huge amount during the day, then you could get away with changing it 3 times a day. But they're supposed to be changed 4 times a day. All medical branded ones are. But they are, as I say, they're very comfortable to wear. You don't really notice you're wearing one when you're sitting down and things, where the ABDL printed ones, again, are very comfortable to wear. They are thicker, so you can feel that you're wearing a diaper when you're sitting down. The pat test, it doesn't feel like the pat test is very good on the printed ones because they're not as thick. The thicker the diaper, the pat test will be when you pat them like that, at the front and the back, like I did. So the ABDL printed ones, again, are better at the pat test. But a pat test doesn't matter. It's a matter of if they're comfortable, they absorb well, you've got the right size, the right absorbency, and things like that. And do the hold your pee and your poop. And these certainly do that. And as I say, I change mine. I change them every morning, every lunchtime, every tea time, and every bedtime. They are changed, sorry, I don't change them. They're changed for me. I find it extremely difficult to do, just like extremely difficult to wash. So people, carers come and wash me. They change me. Yeah. And I've never had an issue with them leaking out because they're changed at good times, as I say. It doesn't mean you have to put it on at 8 a.m. and then change it at 12 midday. No. You could put it on like 8, 9 in the morning and change it at 1:30, 2 p.m. That's fine. Still lunchtime. And then you could change it at tea time, 5, 5:30, 6, 6:30. Again, fine, it's still over tea time. And then you could change it at bedtime, 9, 9:30, 10, 10:30, 11. Again, it's fine because it's still around bedtime. So, and they will last absolutely, and they will last fine. They, as I say, they do work well. Many people say, "Oh, you wear plastic back diapers, so that means you must get hot and sweaty down there, the area that your private area, wearing your diapers," and especially in the summertime. And I have to say to people, it's a myth. You don't feel hot and sweaty down there at all, even in the summer. So So you can ignore things like that, because it just doesn't happen. But overall, I would recommend these adult diapers. They are pretty good for a medical branded diaper. They'll be worn 4 times a day. And I've not really had any issues with them. So there are some notable differences to others, with, like, compared to the tenner, where the tenners are little bit wider. The tenners don't have the breathable sides; they have all plastic sides, and things like that. So there is a few differences, but overall, not much. Now, as you can say, you notice it's green because it's a super absorbency. They do different. The different absorbencies have different colours on them. So the blue, the plus absorbencies, this will be blue. Bits will be blue. The extra plus absorbency, they will be yellow. That'll be yellow. The plus is green. The maxi is purple, and there's a maxi prime, which is also a purple but slightly different shade. And then, of course, with the tenner, the plus is the blue. They don't make, tenner do not make plastic backed in the super absorbency, so it's just plus, maxi and ultima. So as I say, the plus is blue, the ultima is, the maxi is purple, and the ultima is like a beigey colour. But if you get the tenner fabric backed ones, adult diapers, then the again the plus is blue. They do a super, which is green. Then they do a maxi, which is purple, and an ultima, which is like a beigey colour. And these hold around 3,000 mils of urine in that, which for a medical diaper is pretty good. So yeah, I mean, I'm happy with them as my everyday diaper that I wear. I do sometimes buy some ABDL printed ones and wear them for a change. But for my everyday diaper that I have to wear, these are good. They are, and I do recommend them. But anyway, guys, so I say it gets a thumbs up from me. But anyway, that was the review of the ID Slip plastic backed adult diapers and try on. We've got a few other videos coming up soon in the future, and we'll have our monthly Snackverse and Snackbox unboxings. I am going to do a review and try on of the tenner plastic backed adult diaper in the maxi absorbency. I do have another brand that I've got, which is like a textile backing, not fabric backed, that I did get for free on Amazon Vine, and we'll do a review and try on of those as well. And I am, in the next week or two, going to get a pack of Ria's Daydreamer ABDL printed diapers, so we'll do a review and try on of those. And then a month, so that'll be the beginning of February when I buy them. The plan for me is the beginning of March, I'm going to get the Ria's Safari ABDL printed diapers, providing they're in stock, of course. And then the beginning of April, I'm going to get the Ria's Dinosaur ABDL printed diapers, providing they're in stock. And then the beginning of May, I'm going to get the Ria's what are they called? The Little Monsters, the version 2 ones, the newer versions. ABDL printed diapers as well, providing they're in stock. I'll probably have a break in June and July from buying them. And I would like to get some Ria's Alpaca, which I'll probably get in August, beginning of August sort of time. Providing they're in stock. And maybe some Ria's Pink Princess. And then, providing they're in stock. And then we'll give them all, we'll do a review and try on of all of those and see what they're like. Especially the Ria's Safari, because I've worn them before when they were, I think they were 8,500 ml, and they were fantastic. But now they've improved them to 11,000 ml, just like the Rears Critica Boost. So I definitely want to try them out as well. That's the new absorbency. So that is the plan. But of course, they've got to have them in stock when I come to buy them. If not, it'll have to wait a bit longer. And then, of course, we do have a diaper Q&A video coming up very soon as well. I did ask people on YouTube to leave some comments in our previous diaper videos, diaper-related comments for the Q&A video. Fortunately, I didn't receive any comments, but I did put the same thing on like social media, like Facebook and all of that, and I got 20 different questions through. So we will read all 20 questions out and I will answer them. So that's coming up soon as well. So if you do have any questions about any other medical branded diapers, or the ID plastic backed medical branded diaper, please leave it in the comment section, and I will add that to my list of questions for the diaper Q&A. Apart from that, please like the video, subscribe to the channel, because it does mean a lot. Always does. You know, especially when you're not doing it for any monetary gain or anything, like you're just doing it for a bit of fun and enjoyment, like I do. And of course, thank you all for watching. Please, wherever you are, be safe, get home safe. If you're at home, stay safe, and of course, be nice to each other. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next video, guys. Take care.